All right, guys. So I wanted to come on here and just be a little transparent with everything that's going on and catch you guys up on YouTube because I know I haven't been on the YouTube for a long time, but it's kind of a reason for it. And I think recently, if you've been following my Instagram page and everything, I've really been figuring out my content base for Instagram in short form. And I know I'm at the stage where that's going to be the most important for me at least. And a goal of mine is definitely to, and as I've talked about on here, is be more consistent with YouTube. But I think as of right now, it's best if I just do it in a more comfortable way where I'm just going to do more of a vlogging style and, just come on here and show you guys what I'm doing every day. And it doesn't need to be anything crazy, but just more to document everything that's going on, especially right now, because right now is the biggest changes that have probably ever happened in my life. And, literally 2 or 3 days ago, I just moved from New York to Virginia. And, I just kind of got settled in and got a gym and, I'm in a schedule now. So that's why I'm here, just starting to get everything back in schedule and in line and, really just looking to do all the things I tell myself I'm going to do and make sure that I'm coming on here and, I'm posting for you guys and for myself. So, the one thing I notice I never really regret is documenting anything. So, if anything comes out of it, at least it's going to be a footprint of my past and me going through this part of my life that's just kind of crazy right now. But, everything's going to work out. So today, maybe I can show you guys a little bit of the new gym that I'm working with now. I was back in Powerhouse, back in New York. But, yeah, so I'm going to go in there. I'm going to hit a little chest today, chest and arms. And, I'm finally starting to get a feel for how the gym looks and kind of what machines I need to be going to throughout my workout. So I'm getting comfortable with that. Just what dumbbells are going to be better, what benches, because they're a little bit scattered around here. Not all the brands are the same. So I'm finally getting that together. And yeah, I'm just getting on a strict schedule. I'm studying a lot more, different things, and just, really just trying everything and learning as much as I can every day and trying to make that a consistent habit. I think that's the biggest thing going into this year and coming out of last year. I really built the foundation for, and yeah. So I don't know if you guys are interested in seeing a little bit more of this, and I'm excited for it. So this is really just the next step of the journey, and yeah, it's a lot to look forward to and a lot of change and a lot of good to come with it. So yeah, we'll get in the gym, start up some chest day. I don't know if we'll be able to talk too much in the gym, but definitely get some good angles and see if I can chime in at any time. But I appreciate you guys watching so far, and anything that I put on this early on. This is really just a learning process. The more days I stack and the more things I do like this, the better that's going to come from it. So it's really just about doing it now. I know what I got to do. I just got to do the work. So that's really it. Hope you guys had a great day today. Thanks for coming on here. And yeah, we'll see you guys in there. So finally found a little spot. It's a little bit quieter. I'm actually on the second floor of this gym. They have 2 floors, kind of nice. So I think, you know, for most of the filming, at least, it's gonna be nice to talk to you guys when I get on that second floor. I'm just kind of away from most of the action and, you know, can kind of focus a little bit more. So yeah, this is the chest machine I've been, you know, focusing on a lot recently, just because it's one of those ones where you can adjust, where you kind of push it forward, and it, you know, you can get a little more depth, a little more stretch. So, you know, plus I haven't done a lot of like fat pressing like recently. That's the one nice thing about switching gyms is like, you know, you're getting a little bit different tension on your muscles, and you know, you're not getting used to the same thing. So, but yeah, other than that, we'll just run through a set real quick, and let's see what we're working with here. I already did my warm up, so time to up the weight a little bit. All right, come on. Come on. Okay, come on. Oh yeah, definitely gotta go heavier. Definitely gotta go heavier. Another thing is, if you were on my Instagram and you were watching, you probably saw that I bought this microphone kind of for a couple videos, just to have better quality, and obviously not have to be so close to the camera and still have that, and I don't have to really worry about where it is. It's kind of just on my body at all times. But it's really paying off now having it, considering, you know, I'm in a bigger gym, and maybe if I'm setting up the camera further away, like right now, I don't really have to worry about anything other than just click and play and, you know, talking at my own pace. Plus I'm not like disturbing anyone around me as much. So it's been nice for sure. This is literally the first time I've used it. So, you know, I can see myself getting into this routine a lot more, and I think that's gonna be my goal coming to this new gym. And I will say, if you do have any fear of filming in a gym, and I feel like that's kind of the first stage of anyone making content, right? In this case, like moving away, like obviously that's not realistic for everybody, but if you do move out of your hometown, like that fear literally just goes away instantly, because ultimately, like, who do you have to worry about seeing you do anything? Like, you literally don't know anybody, you don't have any friends yet. And maybe you will, but like, you know, at least you're gonna get the type of people that want to talk to you, that are gonna respect what you're doing, rather than just like, so that's just one positive thing from starting from scratch for sure. So, but all right, let's get this set going. All right, so this is the last set here. I think for this one, I'm gonna do like kind of a superset drop set where I'll just go to a neutral grip. You know, after I get that one set done, I'll just go back down to neutral grip and just really pump it out. But yeah, this might be the only talking I'm doing in the gym. So if not, I'll see you guys back in the apartment. Whew. Okay. Okay. Whew. Alright, so one thing about me is I've never been big on the whole like dip machine stuff, but for some reason, like I tried this one out and I have never felt something this good before. And I think, you know, partially it's because like half these machines in here, they're a little bit old school, but they had like the seat belts on them already. And when you have that seatbelt tight, like so it just hits different. Like when you're planted in the seat and like you're forced into the form, it's just a different feeling. So, you know, I'm really trying to take advantage of using, you know, a lot of these seatbelt machines, and honestly, I think a lot of gains are gonna come from that. So, see what this looks like real quick and get it moving. Oh. Come on. Oh yeah. Range of motion on this too is just fucking crazy. Can't really tell it's too late. Yeah. Okay, gotta go up quick. Still getting used to the weights on these, but it's another thing with the old school machines is the weight. It just changes so much for everything. All the stacks are different. All right, so second set here. We're really only doing 2 top sets, pretty much for every machine now. It's just so much more optimal. You know, and you're gonna push yourself way harder knowing you have 2 sets. Like 3 sets, you're always thinking about that third one's just gonna be a grinder. And if you grind it out in those 2, then you should be good to go, in my opinion. Or at least do like a drop set on the second one if you want that third set. But all right, let's see what this extra weight does here. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Definitely solid. All right. I gotta get on the arms soon and start getting on the back half of this workout before I'm just completely shot. I think I gotta get groceries after this, so. All right, let's get out of here. All right. See what we're working with here. Honestly, the one thing about this gym too is the lighting is good literally everywhere I go so far, which I am pretty happy about. So for the first vlog, let's see what we're looking like. Not too bad. I'm really working on imbalances right now, especially like my left bicep and tricep. I think are probably my biggest imbalances right now, but you know, obviously that'll correct itself over time. I'm not really too worried about it. But. Alright, a couple more bicep curls and chest, and that's going to be about it for today. But yeah, alright, I'll see you guys. Alright, so we're back from the grocery store. I'm finishing up dinner number 1 here. and getting into the nighttime schedule overall, and just trying to finish off the last couple of things before calling it a night. But overall, hopefully this video is kind of a gist of what I'm trying to do moving forward, and just be a little more transparent with vlogging and just day-to-day stuff in the gym. Nothing too crazy, but I think locking in that schedule and through the practice of the short form content and the videos that I've been making talking on there recently, I already feel like there's a huge difference that's going to be in the long form too. So I hope you guys are excited about this. So yeah, that's about it. Gonna stay on a strict schedule and have some fun with this. And yeah, comment if you're interested in this type of thing. Either way, probably gonna go forward and do it. And I want to make this like the next big thing for me right now. So it's really nice aligning it with bodybuilding too, and just like natural bodybuilding overall. And yeah, I think a lot is gonna come from these next few months. And I will say, just from moving already, like I've gotten the most character development that I've ever gotten in like 48 hours in my entire life. So sometimes to get the most knowledge and experience, you need to just go and do it yourself and mess it up yourself. And there's only so much you can learn from somebody else in a textbook. And this is one of those things where I could really see that those changes happening pretty rapidly. So yeah, I'm excited about this next chapter of what's going on here, and hopefully I can document it well and bring you guys along for it. So thank you guys for watching. And the next one should be a little bit more of the back day stuff and whatever is going on that day, I guess. So thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll catch you for back day.